close your eyes and take a deep breath, not the way you usually breathe, not unconsciously, but as if you are entering a temple. That breath may seem like air entering your lungs, but that breath is not just oxygen, not just biology. That breath is your very connection with existence. The yogis of ancient India were not scientists. They were not philosophers. They didn't look at life through microscopes or through logic. They lived through observation. They didn't try to understand breath. They became silent, and they watched it. And what they discovered was not just astonishing, it was revolutionary. They realized breath is not just the movement of air. Breath is the movement of consciousness. That is why, in India, we never translated breath as just breath. We called it prāṇa, and prāṇa means life force. It is not oxygen, it is not carbon dioxide, it is the invisible energy that flows through your breath. And that is what animates you. Remove this, and you are just a corpse. Now try to understand. You get angry, and your breath becomes shallow and sharp. You fall in love, and your breath becomes soft and warm. You sleep. Your breath slows down. You meditate, and something miraculous happens. The breath starts dissolving, not because you're trying to stop it, but because you are no longer identified with the body. You have become the witness. The yogis said something very simple, but so profound. Where breath ends, silence begins, and where silence deepens, self is revealed. Your breath is not just a function, it is a bridge. It connects two worlds, the outer and the inner, the physical and the metaphysical, and only those who walk on this bridge come to know what lies beyond the mind. When you are born, the first thing you do is breathe. You come crying into the world, not because of the world, but because you enter the body. The first breath is the soul descending into form, and when you die, the last thing you do is breathe out. That's how the soul departs. So don't take breaths as a mere rhythm. It is a ritual. It is the only thing you have done every moment of your life, without even being conscious of it. And that is where the whole problem lies. The greatest mysteries are hidden in what is always present, and breath is always present. Right now, as you are listening, you are breathing. But are you aware of it? No, because you are lost in thought, lost in images, lost in stories. The yogi does only one thing. He returns to the breath, and slowly the breath becomes more than breath. It becomes a doorway. Sit with your breath. Don't control it. Don't change it. Don't judge it. Just watch it. Let it rise. Let it fall. Let it enter. Let it leave. And you remain the watcher. And if you can remain with this watching long enough, you will come to a moment when the breath disappears and only awareness remains. That awareness is your true self. That awareness is consciousness. In Zen, they say, before you can reach no mind, you must pass through one breath. The yogis knew this. They went into caves not to escape life, but to breathe without interruption, to be with that rhythm, until the rhythm itself disappears, and what remains is not the person, not the breath, but the presence. Once I was asked, what is the fastest way to God? And I said, just watch your breath. Every single moment, as if it's your last. Because it might be, we don't live, we only plan to live, but in the breath, there is no tomorrow, no yesterday, only now, and in this now, there is no ego, there is no name, only a silent flame of awareness. That flame is you, not the personality, but the pure being. The body will die, the mind will dissolve, but breath continues even after death, in another form, another body, another cycle. The yogi says, why wait for death to know this? Let's become aware while alive. And so he closes his eyes and breathes, like a prayer, like a dance, like love-making with the universe. And in that moment, he is not the breather. He becomes the breath. And when you become the breath, you become life itself. So when I say, breath is consciousness, I'm not giving you information, I am giving you an invitation to watch your breath, not for 5 minutes, not for 20, but as a way of being. Let the breath become your constant companion. Let it be your guru. Let it be your mirror, because the breath never lies. It is the most honest thing in you. You can fake a smile, you can fake your words, but you can never fake your breath. It tells the truth of your state every single time. So stop running after thoughts, stop chasing enlightenment, stop asking, who am I? Just breathe and watch, and slowly, in the space between 2 breaths, you will disappear, and in that disappearance, God appears. Breath is not what you think it is what you are. You were never the doer, you were always the breath, and the breath is consciousness flowing through this body. For a little while, like wind through a flute. Don't hold it, just listen and dissolve.